everyone, welcome to our first sketchbook video. I got the sketchbook back in April whenever I first started my channel. I just wanted a sketchbook to go along with kind of like my YouTube / big jump in art journey, kind of. Anyway, I wanted to challenge myself to sketch more because typically I like to do full illustrations, and I only do sketches whenever I want to do a full illustration. But it's been a long time since I've done fundamentals, and I just really wanted to practice those just to, allow myself to grow in my artistic journey, so that's why we have this little sketchbook. To help make sure I kept up with the sketchbook though, because I've never completed a full sketchbook, I got a smaller one, so this is a 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I'll talk about more how I feel about the sketchbook size later on, but let's get started. So on this first page we have a little stick figure. And I learned this technique from an art teacher a long time ago, where you take a ruler and draw a line, and then you measure out 8 different increments of the same about size, and then you make a body around that, and basically the skeleton. And it's really cool, and I like it. But I want to start my sketchbook with that, and you'll see that I really want to focus on anatomy for this sketchbook, so there's a lot of anatomy in here. I did a few different art challenges, so I will link in programs, I should say. I shouldn't really say challenges, there's a challenge anyway. I will link in the description box below, like DRAWABOX, I'm going to talk about, and Line of Action, and those will be linked in the description box below. So this little frog page is really cute. I like how the frog came out, especially this one on the right. He just looks so angry, and I like the spots on him. I just like the shape. I'm pretty proud of most of these frogs. I was trying to figure out what my avatar would be for my channel, and I started with the frog, and currently it's a little mushroom demon based on my crochet video. I'm not good at animal anatomy, but it's something I do want to work on later on. I've actually got a few sketches already. Then these guys are my sketches for the Beltane video. I wanted to do a maple, and I tried different ideas. I haven't drawn a maple before, so I just tried it out, plus I needed a sketch for the actual painting. And then I was just doodling around, and I actually tried some mermaid, or I should just say a mermaid. No, there's a couple mermaids here, because I was working on mermaid videos, and we were watching Ponyo, so I drew Ponyo. She looks really cute. And I can see the little bit of ramen, the ramen that I drew, that's cute. Oh, and look, here's more anatomy. So I use Line of Action for figure drawing. It's really cool because there's different, it's categorized. So if you want to do hands and feet, or maybe whole figure drawings, or animal anatomy, or animal anatomy, or what have you, and you can set the class mode to where it increases, so it starts at 30 seconds and then works way up to 25 minutes, maybe even longer. It's a really cool tool to have access to. And I wish I found it early in my art career. I don't know how long it's been around, but I wish I'd known of it before. And then continuing on with gesture drawings. Line of Action also has timed classes for shapes, which is really cool. And then I took JAZZA'S anatomy class on SKILLSHARE, and that was really helpful because he shows you anatomy and the muscles on the actual skeleton, which is really helpful and cool, so I did that. And I apologize if some of this is smeared. I didn't think until the tail end of the sketchbook to spray down the sketchbook with what's the word I'm looking for? For fixative, so it didn't smear. But I am going to think about that going forward with other sketchbooks. I'm actually really pleased with how the JAZZA'S stuff came out. So these little boxes, I don't know if you could quite call them boxes, but they are kind of box-like shapes. My friend Will-O-Wisp is learning to draw, and she found these worksheets that are by, I believe their name is JEYRAM. And they have really cool worksheets on how to draw, hands. It starts with the palm. You slowly start adding stuff to it, so there's the palm, and then the thumb, and then the fingers and mittens, and then you put it together. Like I said, a lot of this video is going to be just practice and anatomy, so nothing too thrilling, but I think it's fun. And this little weird shapes, they're supposed to be feet, which is fun, but it is helpful to try to learn how to draw feet like this. But they do kind of look like slippers, so it is foot-like, isn't it? And these little circles here, obviously there's mermaids on the page too. So there's this guy, I don't know if it's a guy or a team, but a website called DRAWABOX. There's different lessons, and the first one is line making and just making sure your pencil, you know, kind of stays on the page in a continuous shape without wobbling. So I was just practicing that. Ooh, and here's my heads. I was really proud of these because typically whenever I draw heads, it's either a straight on view or a 3/4 view. I really want to try drawing them in different positions, so here's me starting that. And I'm really proud. This mermaid sketch ended up being Ariel. I'm really proud how that came out. She was cute. More hands and fingers. And I did more gesture drawings. I wanted to do everything kind of slow, because if I know myself, if I go too hard into things, then eventually I'll give up. But I want to take everything step by step. So here's the gesture drawings, and then the next page, you see I'm starting to add more to it. So I did bodies, and I should say figures more. I guess bodies is wrong. I shouldn't have said that. And more line marking. More gestures. And I'm also interested in doing still life, so these aren't very good. It's been very long since I did still life, and these are from Pinterest. But I want to set up my own still lifes, because why not, right? And I took an art class back when I went to college for like a semester. Yeah, just a semester. But anywho, my teacher would set up still lifes, and I thought that was really cool, and I could do that at home, so I wanted to try that soon. And I really like this bog demon picture. This was going to be my opening, but if you notice, my opening is basically just a paint blob, and I do like how it came out, but I couldn't commit to an illustration because I didn't want my intro to be too long. So we'll see if I end up changing it. I do want to try keeping, like, changing my intro every year, so I think this current one is going to stick around for a little while. I'm actually really proud of these feet, like, the feet and the hands that I have going on here. These are really good. I'm proud of my work. I can see my progress, and that's cool. But I'm proud, like, I think you can see my progress, like, you can see how I'm slowly starting to add muscles and stuff to the body. I think it's turning out cool. And this is the start of my 100 heads challenge. You might have seen them on, I did reels of them, and that was a lot of fun to do because I wanted to challenge myself to make reels as content as well. And this was a fun way to do that, so I might do more art challenges where I, you know, make reels of them instead of long form content, which is cool. And I didn't want to overwhelm myself with just doing all the 100 heads all at once, so there is other stuff sprinkled in, like I used JEYRAM's worksheets for noses. This was noses. Ooh, and this page I love because I wanted to experiment with eyes because I want to do my eyes a certain way. And I really like angular, kind of, not evil looking eyes, but you know, I just like the angular look. So there's a few of these that I really like that I want to try to implement. And somewhere along the way, I did end up getting, oh, what do they call those? White rolled paper. I think they call them tortillas. And they help you blend. So somewhere along the way, I picked that up and started using that in these hedge drawings, which is cool. And here we have some bonfires. This was actually going to be for solstice, but then it just didn't pan out. Flipping through these sets, I'm really proud of the evolution. Like, I don't know, I feel like they came out really good. I'm super impressed with myself. And here's some more bonfires. I'm actually proud of this one on the left because I feel like the flames looked like a flower, which is what I wanted. But then I couldn't recreate that, so that's also why the solstice art just never happened. More gesture drawing. More gesture drawing. This pair of hands and pair of feet I'm really proud of, especially because I really hate like drawing feet because feet aren't my favorite, but look, I put so much effort into those feet. Look at them. And this piece of, and it looks like the sword because it is, and it's for an upcoming video. I didn't quite use that pose, but I did practice it. Oh, and this was the start. I only had a few more pages of this book to fill. So I just decided I was going to do animal gestures, and yeah, you can kind of tell I did this kind of quick, so I'm kind of annoyed that I did that to myself. At the same time, I just wanted to fill the pages. They came out not bad though. Like, I've been learning to like break things down to easier shapes, and honestly, I think my sketching has gotten better because of that. But yeah, that's it. That's the sketchbook. I'm really proud of how the sketchbook came out. I filled it. This is my first sketchbook I filled, and I've been doing really good with gestures and anatomy, so I'm really proud of myself. Now, the one issue I had with such a small sketchbook is I just wanted more room to draw, so I got a bigger sketchbook. This current one is a 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and then my new one is 9 by 12, so I'm pretty excited about that. I will say I've started using the 9 by 12, and I'm kind of upset with myself because I wanted the 9 by 12 so I could do fuller illustrations too, not just, you know, practicing and fundamentals. And my illustrations look great, and now I'm like, but I don't want to put all my crappy sketches in with these nice illustrations. So I think I'm going to try to work through it and rock it out to it for now, because it's really silly to get an extra sketchbook when I don't need one. But I do think in the future I will do separate sketchbooks for my ugly, I shouldn't call it ugly, but fundamental sketches, and then my nice illustrations. That's all I got for this video though. Thank you if you watched the sketchbook video with me, and thanks for coming on this journey. I hope you're excited as I am to see my progress continue. Please like the video if you like the sketchbook tour. I don't think I've seen people do a sketchbook tour in a while, so. And also, I feel like people, whenever they do sketchbook tours, talk about how they don't want to show off their ugly art. And I do. I do because I want you to see the progress of like how things become ugly to become pretty. Like, everything has an ugly stage, and you just gotta kind of work it out, and I just want to showcase that a little bit. So I'm proud of myself. But yeah, give this video a like. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see more sketchbook tours. And as always, the links to my social medias are in the description box below, as well as the music I use. And have a great rest of your August. Okay, bye.